On the 26th of December 2020, I received a job offer from a man named Hamza 97 Ahmed. Not thinking much of it at the time, I opened up the job offer and to my surprise it included an almost insulting list of requirements for me to do the job being video editing. Some of these requirements included rendering the video in 1080p 60 FPS and making sure the audio is high enough so that the audience are able to hear it. Now just for some context, I was taking the job offer from a freelancing website which is quite notorious for having very low level talent. I was building my portfolio and so I wanted to garner up some reviews, so I had my prices to dirt cheap. I remember looking at this checklist he sent me in a Google document and almost just laughing. Hamza was actually one of my first clients on this website, so I was taken aback as to how specific he felt like he needed to be, you know. I started work on his video. The first video being a discussion with Hamza about the food industry lying to you about sugar. And I remember working with this video and feeling quite taken aback as to how actually based this man talking was. I had never really seen anyone speak with such conviction before, so much certainty, and saying things which are a bit off-brand and not something that you would really hear a doctor say, you know? And continuing to work with him, I noticed how based he was in all of the videos that he was sending me. So I took it upon myself to go above and beyond my job role and the amount I was being paid to help him get his message out there to the people who needed to hear it. We quickly transitioned off the website we originally met at and began talking on Discord, and it didn't take long before we became very, very good friends. I remember Hamza having like a really businessy mindset when he would speak to me. He would speak to me like a PR team, you know what I mean? Like, good evening Sam, here I have attached this video file for you to work on, please blah 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 blah, signed Hamza. That sort of speech, you know, how he would text me. And I would see this and I would literally just do the complete and utter opposite. I'd just be like a massive goofball. I would just say silly things because that's just who I am at my core. I'm just a silly guy. And Hamza, after about a month of me being silly, decided to actually, you know, break his character of this businessy man and actually began to engage in my silliness with me. As we became friends, it became very clear to Hamza that I was a young man, very, very misguided in life, struggling heavily with mental illness and my lifestyle. As we continued to work together, we would also have calls every single day. We discussed the business and my personal growth and development along with Hamza's as well. Hamza very much so became a mentor to me. I was at my absolute lowest stage in life at this point, having dropped out of college and remaining dormant in my house, living with my mother for around 2 to 3 years, doing absolutely nothing productive, spending up to 16 hours a day playing video games on my computer, struggling to even find the drive or motivation to look after myself with the most basic things like drinking enough water, eating enough food, and even brushing my teeth, honestly. I had crippling anxiety and depression, I had no friends, I had no marketable skills outside of my video editing, which is the only thing I continue to do during this phase in my life, because I found joy in making my online friends laugh at my videos. I found genuine intrinsic pleasure in doing that, and I remember being sat in calls with my friends and I'd be like, let's watch one of Sam's videos, and that would literally just fill my heart with joy. That was the only thing that made me happy at that stage in my life. And they were just silly gaming videos, but like, I edited them, I really tried very hard to put them together in like a decent way. And I still think they're quite funny, like they're still on my channel. Me and Hamza found each other at the perfect time in our lives. Hamza found me when he was ready to propel his message into the world, and he needed someone by his side to help him make decisions, keep him on track, and someone who would go above and beyond to try and propel him into the status of a cultural icon. And I found Hamza at my absolute lowest point, deep in the trenches, drowning in mental illness and suicidal thoughts. Hamza came into my life, he offered me guidance, he offered me purpose, and above all else, he genuinely cared and he wanted to see me grow and win. This takes us to where we are now, a little over 2 years later. Together, we took the channel from 500 subscribers to a cult-like following of 1.7 million young men. We have helped change the trajectory of so many lives, and I've seen this in person when we've went to fan meets, the fact people come up to me and Hamza with tears in their eyes saying, "You helped change my life." It's just an absolute honor to be a part of that, because along with my life trajectory changing, the work that me and Hamza have been doing, and the rest of the team as well, has changed the trajectory of so many lives. And that's such a beautiful gift that we could give to the world. 1.7 million people, both myself and Hamza serving as a light in those dark, dark trenches, those dark, dark times which I was in just 2 years ago, showing them that it is possible to escape those trenches, and life outside of those trenches can be so beautiful. I, over those 2 years, have grown into a man of strength, a man of character, a man of values, a man who has a student mindset to life, a man that draws strength from the fact that he has been in those trenches. He has seen those dark times, and a man who has beautiful gifts to offer the world, and a man with duty and purpose. Hamza in those 2 years has blossomed into the cultural icon that he deserves to be, and the cultural icon which I knew that he would become as soon as I began editing that first video for him. I knew Hamza was an extraordinary person as soon as we began working together. I'm so grateful to be part of that journey. Me and Hamza are still best friends. You're still gonna see us goofing around together, training together, growing together. We are brothers. We're brothers for life. The difference is now, I'm beginning a new journey. I've learned all I can from my master, and now it's my turn to share what I've learned to the world. Spread my message, spread my knowledge, spread my expertise. The beautiful thing about me and Hamza is that we are very different people, and we think in quite opposite ways, sometimes reaching the same conclusions, but the journey there is always different. I have lots of interesting things to say. It would be an honor to have you alongside me on this YouTube channel, and if you are interested in being taught and trained by me directly to become a world-class video editor so that you can develop relationships with highly valuable people, much like I've been able to do, you may want to check out my Video Editing Academy of Excellence, where you will learn to become top-tier video editing talent. Get one-on-one time with me, along with access to the network of the best video editors that the internet has to offer, including all of the ex-Hamza video editors. Click the first link in the description now to learn more. Do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it.